What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Intro Mike back with the Intro is short for entrepreneur. Today we're going to be going over how to book a box truck load for a 26-foot box truck. These will be going over the states that were asked in the previous video. So just know if you're interested in a certain city or state, drop that down in the comment section. And in the next video, I will go over, your city and state. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, let's check out the loads coming in and out. We got Alaska killing it as always, right? Alabama. Okay, so we got Texas. Texas has a lot of loads coming in. California, Georgia, Florida as always, North Carolina. Okay, so we're kind of scattered, right? We got kind of, Texas in the south, Florida, southeast with Georgia, North Carolina, and Florida. PA, Ohio, Illinois, that's kind of Midwestern. So we're kind of scattered as far as where loads are coming in, right? But I'm not surprised by Texas, basically second biggest state in the country. Then you also have Georgia, right? Pretty sure it's because of Atlanta. California, third biggest state, not a surprise. Then you got Florida, probably the highest for commerce based on size, right? All right. Now let's see the loads coming out. All right. And we have Texas. Texas is number one for loads coming in and loads coming out. So that just lets you know you'll be able to get some freight if you come out of Texas. Just know, since Texas is the biggest state, second biggest state, whatever you want to call it, you're going to have high competition for it, right? We have a lot of box trucks in that region, as well as something like, look at Illinois though, right? Illinois has a great load in to load out ratio, because it's like, it's probably not a lot of trucks in Illinois, but it's a lot of loads coming out. You want to be in places where there are a lot of loads versus the amount of trucks. That would be a great metric to look into. You got Ohio, a lot of loads coming out. Georgia, a lot of loads coming out. Pretty sure that's due to Atlanta. Then you got PA, same thing, pretty good rates. I think we're going to actually start off in Philadelphia, but enough of the loads in coming out. Let's go ahead and hop in on a search tab, go over what you need to do to actually search for the correct loads and so forth, right? So we got Philadelphia. Let me make myself smaller. Goodness. So we got Philadelphia for the origin, right? 200-mile deadhead radius. For the new guys watching for the first time, deadhead is just the number of miles that you're willing to travel to pick up the next load, right? And then you got destination. This is if you wanted to go somewhere specific. This is if I wanted to go to Atlanta, Georgia, within a 150-mile radius of the deadhead destination, which is Atlanta. Boom. And then you'll have a search catered towards kind of where you're trying to go. This is a very specific radius. When we're going over the road, or if we're staying regional, that's not what we do. We just kind of keep it pretty open. All right, straight truck is the equipment type, straight box truck. And then I put van in there too, because there are some loads where you'll be able to get a van. I'm not going to put van liftgate. I will in the future videos, but in this one, I don't want to cater towards just guys with liftgates, because I know everybody doesn't have one. For you guys who don't know, a liftgate, allows you to do like white glove work or any driver assist type loads where they may not have a dock at the receivers, so they need to offload the freight from your dock high box truck to the ground. Only way you'll do that is with a ramp or a lift gate, but a lift gate is way more practical and more common. All right, and for load type, we got full and partial. So if you were just looking for a partial, you could put partial. Just as a tip though, I would always keep both of them open. It's no reason not to, because you could get a partial load, or you can get a full load that's the size of a partial, right? You can get a full load that's 1 or 2 pallets. So why limit yourself? It's no need to. We're gonna put 26 feet for the length, and 10,000 pounds. It's, on average where everybody scales, it can be as low as 8K. I've heard as high as 11 to 12,000 for what some guys can haul. And for my CDL box truck guys, your GVWR is what, 33K. So you can probably haul 15 to 20,000, right? But this search right here is catered, of course, to my non-CDL guys, where usually the cap is 10K. And then for the date, we are searching for today and tomorrow. So let's hop in. Philadelphia is first, right? Look at that. We got a load paying $4.72 a mile for a straight box truck. Before I click on it, I'm gonna guess that it's hazmat. If it's not, it's a great load. Let's see. It's not hazmat from what I see. You know, no comments on hazmat. So this is an excellent load, right? You do have some deadhead to get up to Newark, New Jersey to come right back down to PA. But an excellent load, bro. Great load. $4.72. I'm actually shocked, right? And you know, Pittsburgh, PA brings you right back to PA. Not sure if it's north or south. I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe West PA, or I'm guessing. But great load. All right, let's look at another one. Newark, New Jersey. Same pickup place to Columbus, Ohio. 20 feet, 5,000 pounds. I mean, that's a straight box truck load, guys. We got loads consistently coming out at $3, $4 a mile. That's a great start to this video. I'm super shocked. I'm not gonna lie. No offense to my box truck gang, but you know, this is crazy. All right. Got one right here paying $2.58 a mile, going from Edison, New Jersey to North Carolina. So you can see Philadelphia is pretty close to New Jersey. So a lot of these search tabs are picking up from New Jersey because the deadhead isn't that much. 26 feet, 5,000 pounds, probably, you know, 6 to 10 pallets. You know, with a straight box truck, given that most pallets are 48 by 48, if you got a 96 by 96 box truck, that's 26 feet long. The most that you can carry is 12 pallets if they're not stackable. So, you know, when loads are 5,000 pounds, usually it's indicating that it may not take up the full, you know, the full amount of your truck or deck space. Going down into Charlotte, not too bad of a market. We'll go over Charlotte probably a little later in this video. But I do have a good bit of comment. You guys did a good job commenting, so I'm gonna go through these places pretty quick. Let's go to the highest rate. What's the highest rate out of Philadelphia? 3,900. But it's only 145 a mile. 146 a mile going to California. Not a good load. All right, not a good load. Let's move over. You know, let's move on. Good job, Philadelphia. What's next? Somebody said Florida. They didn't give a direct city. Let's go to deep Florida. Let's go to Miami, Florida. Let's see what we got. As you can see, the last results had over 300. Now we got 57. Florida's a dead zone. It's a peninsula. It's surrounded by 3 bodies of water, a lot of competition, low paying freight. All right, but we're gonna go to the highest rate. Highest rate right now is going to Orlando, apparently. It is for a van though, so a 26-foot box truck may not be able to haul this. Never hurts to try and call. But we got Miami to Atlanta, Georgia, paying $3 a mile for a straight box truck. Insane, right? Insane. No comments. I'm really surprised. I always tell you guys to check the comments because it's important. But a lot of these freight brokers must have been lazy lately. All right, and then, you know, I'm always going to say this every video. Make sure if you're brand new that you're checking the credit score. Credit score for this brokerage is a 95, which is pretty good. Takes 18 days to pay. They also factor with OTR Solutions, which in turn they'll probably factor with like a RTS. That's who I use. So if you guys want my contact at RTS Financial, Darius, check the description. Tell them Intro Mike sent you. Let's get on with the rest of the video. So we went over the highest rate. Let's go over the highest rate per mile. $4.46. But you see the best rates, the best rate per miles are just like going into Florida. Like Florida to Florida. I always say this. Florida will have great loads staying within Florida, but it's pretty tough finding loads leaving Florida, especially the longer the radius, it seems, or the longer the trip mile for the actual destination, the worse the rate per mile is. It's weirdest thing ever, right? I don't think we'll ever go a video without somebody requesting Atlanta. Oh my goodness. $7.33 a mile. This is for a dry van, but it's still pretty impressive. I doubt that they'll let a straight box take it, even though you guys are kind of fitting the requirements. I guess you'll have to call and see if they'll load a 26-foot straight truck. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is straight box load right here, going from Birmingham to Charlotte. Not seeing anything saying hazmat. This is nice. I am genuinely shocked, right? This is a straight box load, posted for one. 26 feet, 3,000 pounds, $2,000 for 393 miles. I'm lost for words. You guys will probably think I'm making this up. Although I am showing you guys the highest rate per mile and highest rate, that's just kind of to make the video more entertaining and going over more high paying loads. But like I said, for everybody who watches these regularly, if I was looking for loads, I would go based on age, right? I want the loads posted instantaneously to know, okay, as soon as you post it, I'm calling, right? Just to show my interest. You don't really want to call on loads that have been sitting on the load board all day, right? But as you can see, all of these loads have been posted pretty recently, right? They keep posting this one. I'm guessing that's a hazmat load, has to be, right? Let's check out this one. This is a nice one. Posted for a straight box, 20 feet, 5,000 pounds, going from Bessemer, Alabama to Dallas, Texas. $1,700 for 627 miles. I most definitely would take this load. And just because it's posted for $1,700, I'm still gonna ask for another $200. Goodness, nice. In Dallas, Texas, I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best market in the world. Of course, you got a lot of commerce coming in. In Dallas, like we saw in the beginning, has a lot of freight coming out. But Texas like I said, it has a lot of competition, so it can be pretty tough. It can be pretty freaking tough. All right, so we're not gonna stay in Atlanta too long. We go over Atlanta every single video. Let's go over some more requests. Let's go to Dayton, Ohio. Had a request for Dayton. Holy crap. Okay. We're on age right now. Let's go ahead and go to the highest rate per mile. Okay, going into Connecticut makes sense. Going into a dead zone is what the highest rate per mile would be. Of course, coming out of the Midwest for no reason. This, of course, something depending on what day of the week I would take. $1,100 going from Pataskala, Ohio to Trenton, Georgia. Flock freight. What we paying? $220 a mile basically. Got something going from West Virginia. That's a pretty good bit of deadhead from Dayton though. Yeah. Midwest actually surprising me. It's not as high paying freight as I'm used to seeing. Good Louisville load, but it's going to Nebraska. Yuck. Not going to Nebraska for that rate. Let's go to the highest rate. Let's see what's the highest paying load in the Midwest. Same thing with the highest rate per mile. And then, oh my God, 84 cents a mile to go to California. I mean, that you guys see what I mean? Because I spoke about this in the live stream, right? The volatility. Ohio is usually a great paying area. I don't know if it's just way more competition in the area recently, but the rates are just volatile. You got some places where they're paying $2, $3, $4 a mile, and you get some of these freight brokers paying 84 cents a mile, and it's not even feasible. It doesn't even make sense at all. But that's the game. You just got to keep going. Let's go Chicago, Illinois. Pretty sure they're not gonna let me down. See what we got. A lot of results, a lot of lows coming out as always. The highest rate, not a lot of high paying lows coming out of Illinois, but we are in the middle, so that's not the biggest deal in the world. Highest rate going down to Fort Lauderdale, but rate per mile is only about $1.60. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. You're gonna have to be asking for more money. But it is Monday too. A lot of people aren't in a rush. This is the first day of the week, so they're not in a rush to get freight out just today. Okay. This is rate per mile though. Rate per mile looking pretty solid. 259 miles going on down to St. Louis. Not too bad. That's not too bad. That's solid. 260 going from Illinois to Ohio. Those are some day-to-day runs, like just running 750. 289 miles will probably take you about no more than 5 hours to do. So you do your 5 hours, you get 750 for the day. Call it a night. Pretty solid load. Mississippi, 1,700 to go down to Mississippi. Sounds good, right? But Mississippi is a dead zone, so you just want to be careful. If you're gonna take that high paying load there, of course, if you live in Mississippi, it'll be a little different to go home for that rate. So pretty solid, double-edged sword. I love these Illinois to Ohio or Michigan to Ohio loads because I know as soon as I go to Ohio, I'm gonna end up finding a good paying short hop. That's what we call them. Loads going like 200-300 miles. We call them short hop loads, where you usually want to be in that $800 to $1,000 range with them. But even at this like this 750 rate, that's fine enough. I mean, you'll be profitable at that rate, right? But let's go ahead and move on to the next search. All right, we got Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington. All right, I don't expect it to be too much freight coming out of here with only 61 results. Good little rate per mile going towards Idaho, but that of course is a dead zone. Same for Washington. I'm gonna be honest. It's not really good paying freight coming to Washington because when you come, I mean, look at these rates, guys. We're talking, I mean, to be fair, they are 8 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot partials. We're talking 30, 40, 50 cent a mile. So when you get to a zone like this, you may have to partial up your truck to get to that desired rate of $2, $3 a mile. It's not going to be as easy as one pick, one drop. You're going to have to work a little harder when you put yourself in these type of areas. But let's check out the highest rate. Maybe something going to the West Coast. East Coast, it makes sense because y'all aren't on the West Coast. But look at that. Highest rate is 2,700 miles at 80 cent per mile. 87 cent per mile. Let's move on. Phoenix, Arizona, another West Coast. Like I said, not much freight coming here. I've been to Phoenix a few times with a load passing through to Nevada. And then I actually had a load delivering in Phoenix. Not a lot of loads coming out of here. And as you can see, same thing with kind of Washington. Unfortunately, is a lot of low paying loads. But to be fair, we got some right here. This is something I take to get out of Arizona. Load going from Phoenix to Odessa, Texas, close to about $2 a mile. So you know that's pretty fair. Get yourself out of the West Coast with something like that. Everything else looks pretty cheap, to be fair. Like I said, you do want to take into account if they are partial rates or not. A lot of these, like I said, 8 foot, 7 foot, but yeah. West Coast guys, y'all be wanting to see the low board, but I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. It's less results, less freight available. It's a supply and demand. So if there's less supply with high demand, the rates are going to be lower. It's just unfortunate, right? But you know, but all right, guys, that's it for this video. I basically kind of went over the comments from last video. If you felt like I missed out on your comments, I think we did a good job. It was 1 or 2, but I felt like they were kind of the same area, basically. If you wanted to get more specific, your specific city, comment it down, and I can go over it in the next video. I know a lot of you guys don't be signed into an account to drop a comment, and that's kind of unfortunate, but it's free to sign up for an account and drop a comment down. It's your boy Entrant Mike. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.